Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, by Joe, he's got it. It's Joe Swash. Show her the funny, it's Susie Ruffle. And Rob Beckett, their team captain. And facing them tonight, superstar DJ, it's Radio 1 Extra's Dottie. Joker of the pack, it's Harriet Kemsley. And Josh Whitcomb, their guest team captain. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, the Queen travels with an entourage of 34 people, including Prince Philip, and 33 people trying to keep Prince Philip alive? 85% of bikini bottoms never get wet. Fair enough. Who gets turned on by fat guys in Speedos? And 60% of the world's largest animals are in danger of going extinct. That's why there's no time to waste. If you want to shoot an elephant, do it now. Don't wait to nail one of those fat slags. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. Tonight, it's our panelist's job to guess the British public's top 3 things to do before you're 30. Rob, what do you think people want to do before they're 30?
Threesome. I can say, before you're 30, people, I'm sure, like to move out.
Yes.
Yeah. Get their own place.
How old were you when you moved out of home?
18.
That's young.
Yeah. I had a small house and a lot of brothers, so if my aunties come over, my mum would go, find somewhere to sleep this weekend. Auntie's coming. So I just say to my mate, can I stay at your house this weekend?
How many aunties did you have?
I've got loads. My nan and granddad had about 15 brothers and sisters each. And
Is Nan and granddad are rabbits?
Yeah, they are rabbits.
That's the teeth, isn't it?
My granddad... That's the teeth.
You know, sometimes it's a cheap shot, but it's a bullseye.
But that's the thing, people moan now, because it's expensive to buy your own place, that there's loads of people living at home with their parents, right? And they can't move out, they're 30s or 40s or whatever, it's so expensive. But if you want to get rid of your kids, you can do it quickly. All you've got to do is just start, getting off with each other in the kitchen. Just a little cuddly, a little arse grab there, because if I saw my mum cupping my dad's balls, I would have been in the Navy at 14.
Susie, what age were you when you moved out?
I was 18 as well.
And
Dizzy
then
Heights,
never
London.
moved back?
No, I go back a bit now, but every time I go home now, my mum's like, oh, you treat this place like a hotel. And so I did what any of us would have done. I left a bad TripAdvisor review. Just 2 stars, the maid was very rude.
Do you know what I do in hotels?
Yeah.
I'm revealing too much today. I don't know what's happened. I've had truth juice. If I'm in a hotel, I will trim my pubes there.
What? So do you bring the scissors, or do you order down to reception?
I've got a beard trimmer. If I do it at home, it's a bit of a mess, and you can never clear it all up. A bit of wind. It's everywhere, isn't it?
If your mum walks in and you're trimming your pubes, that can't be great.
No, it's not ideal.
At least she knows you're tidy.
When your mum says, go upstairs and have a tidy round... Yeah. I don't think she means that. Oh. And if she does, definitely move out. Do you manscape, Josh?
I don't, actually. Do you think I should get into it?
Well, I just think... I'm looking at your hair, I'm imagining downstairs is... It's like a pistachio in a bird's nest.
You never trim your pubes?
No, but I'm going to as soon as I get home. It's
It's a whole new world for you, mate.
So where do you start?
Well, wherever there's hair.
So you just go full skinhead?
No, you can do as much as you want off,
You got to be careful of the nuts, though, because... sometimes they fall between the teeth of the blade.
Yeah.
Oh, how small are your nuts?
Tiny little nuts!
What age were you when you moved out, Joe?
Like 21 when I went. It was a difficult transition, really, because I had a lot of incidents. When I moved out and I moved into my house, Like, I set fire to it. I set fire to my duvet, but my duvet was made of duck feathers, so it was just like thousands of duck feathers on fire. So I didn't know what to put out. I was fucking...
A bit like when you're trimming your pubes,
Yeah,
it's everywhere.
How did you set fire to your duvet?
I had a candle on.
Why'd you have the candle out?
It was a lavender candle, and it was helping me
That
sleep.
doesn't matter. Oh, OK, fair enough.
Yeah.
So you had it on overnight?
Yeah, and I must have put the duvet over it. But then when it got into the mattress...
She was asleep when it started...
Yeah, I was asleep. And then I thought the dog was in the mattress, but I've killed the fucking dog.
You thought the dog was in the mattress?
No, because there was so much smoke and the dog was in bed with me, and I thought, oh, fuck, I've killed the dog.
How were you allowed to live on your own?
Then, I'm not even going to tell you about the floods. I had a few bad floods.
You're going to tell us about the floods. What happened with the floods?
I had a period of 2 months where I had about 8 floods.
Oh, my God. What happened the next week? A plague of locusts?
Honestly. I've learned my lesson, like, ever since. I've not had a flood since. But
So what was the lesson? What did you...
Turn off the taps.
Turn the taps off.
Do you think you're going to make a good dad? I think you'll be a lot of fun as a dad.
Yeah, I've got a little boy already who's 11, and he's still alive, so I'm doing good.
I've just had a baby. It changed my perception of everything. Like, honestly, previously,
Yeah.
I'd like worry about my own mortality, but now, quite happily be dad.
Does having a baby affect your voice at all? Because you sound... Does it involve a lot of shouting, having a baby?
Shut up! Shut up! When are you moving out?
But what about you, Dottie? Do you still live at home?
I done that thing where you move out, but then you move back in, and then you move out, like trial periods. But
Right.
third time lucky, I left.
So with your parents, you've had like a trial separation?
Exactly.
Right, you've
And then
moved-
we rekindled, and then I left eventually at 25.
Did you pop back for food and washing?
Occasionally, but I have now figured out the washing machine, but that was touch and go first few years.
Harriet, when did you move out?
I moved out when I was like 19, but I live in quite a small place. But then I don't think we deserve houses, though. You know what I mean? Like millennials, like baby boomers, they've been through like the Cuban Missile Crisis, the Cold War. Like, what have us millennials been through? What, like the Ice Bucket Challenge? You know what I mean?
The older baby boomers that are angry really do annoy me because it's so hard to buy somewhere
Yeah.
now. It's so difficult. And these people, they're in a house and they're just so angry all the time. And it's a house they bought in like 1963 next to a tube station for 900 quid. They don't have a go at millennials for not buying a house because we eat avocado. Yeah. If they know that avocados aren't 400 grand. Because if they were, I wouldn't smash them.
I've got a fact for you. Here's a fact. Economists predict millennials will find it easier to get on the property ladder in 2034, as this is a year that a lot of baby boomers are expected to die.
Come on!
OK, 2034. I'm looking at you.
He's not making it to 2034.
I'll tell you what, Joe, he'll be lucky to make it to the end of the show. OK, let's have a look and see if moving out's up there. Yes, indeed, the number one thing. People want to move out of their parents' house. Even at the age of 26, my mum did all my washing. I remember sitting in the bath thinking, Mum, I'm 26, I'm old enough to wash up my own now. OK, next thing, other things people want to do by the age of 30, what do you think?
I think people want to try and drive, maybe.
Yes, learn to drive.
Can
Yeah.
you drive, Harriet?
I can, like everyone's surprised.
You can
but
drive?
I can drive a car. My friend, though, right, she's got a Mini, and they've got this thing where if you're in a Mini, you wave at the other Mini, but I drive a Nissan Micra, and every time I drive, everyone honks and yells, "Get off the road, you stupid bitch!" It's a Nissan Micra thing. That's what we do, yeah.
Dottie, do you drive?
I do drive. I didn't pass my theory test the first time round because I didn't realise you had to study. Thought it was like one of those common sense things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then there are the signs which I wasn't ready for, the signs.
My favourite sign is falling rocks. Because what am I meant to do? That sign might as well just be a picture of falling rocks and just say, be lucky.
I've seen deer ones, like Beware the Deer. I saw a frog one the other day. You ever seen a frog one?
Yeah.
Frog? What the fuck are we got to look out for a frog for? oh, sorry, I didn't know tarmac was a new habitat. The road. Fuck off to a pond.
If you're watching Frogs, I'm sorry, but Rob said,
Yeah.
fuck off back to your pond.
I killed an owl once.
You killed an owl?
Yeah. I was driving a car, it wasn't like on purpose. It like spread its wings and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and then I killed it. It was so sad. Then it was the end of my road and I had to drive past it every day.
Can I ask, were you expelled from Hogwarts?
Yeah.
Josh, do you drive?
I failed my first test after 3 minutes. I knew I'd failed when he said the words, watch out for that lorry. But I'd done better than someone else had seen at the test centre. I watched a woman, she walked out, got in her car, went to go forwards, but reversed onto a bank. The wheels spun, and then her and her examiner just got out and went back into the test centre. She failed within a second.
Yeah, it's nice to see you again.
I failed a few times my driving test. One of them, I got in trouble because I saluted a magpie.
What?
On my driving test, because it's bad luck not to, but it's worse luck to take your hand off the wheel whilst changing lanes.
My dad taught me to drive, but he's a black cab driver, so I make everyone sit in the back. Only take cash, and I've got some very strong views on Brexit.
Joe, do you drive?
I do drive, yeah.
You had a few tests, though, didn't you?
I had a couple of tests, yeah.
How many?
I had about 4 tests, but...
4?
Weirdly...
Four? Was it 4?
I had about 6 tests, but... Weirdly,
6 tests.
it was 7 times.
The test's mental, though. Reverse round a corner?
Oh.
Fuck off!
What is a mini roundabout? You cannot drive round a mini roundabout. You've got to do a 3-point turn to get round one of them fucking things. But in the end, I've done one of those 5-day courses. So, like, you start on Monday, and by Saturday, I was on the A12. It was the scariest thing in the world. I passed.
It took you 6 days to do a 5-day course.
Still trying to find the 6th gear.
Let's have a look and see if learning to drive is up there. Yes, indeed, learning to drive. When you're learning to drive, remember the basics. Mirror, signal, crap, I didn't see the cyclist, swerve, crunch, stop, get out, scream, load up the boot, drive, park, dig, bury, pretend it never happened. Easy. 17% of young people don't have a licence, but just use the taxi of mum and dad, which is fine if you're taking your girlfriend to the cinema, but a bit awkward if you want a finger blaster in the car after. Okay, fingers on buzzers. One more thing to get. What do people want to do before they're 30? What do you think, Josh?
Skinny dipping.
Have you ever been skinny dipping?
Of course I haven't. Can't swim, don't want to die naked. I could go skinny paddling, but that looks awful on a beach.
Surely, like, if you're going to be naked, the beach is the worst place to be.
Yeah.
Because it gets everywhere, doesn't it?
I'd rather someone was naked than wearing a Speedo, though, because I think a Speedo's like suspense in a horror film, you know? Like, you know something terrible is happening, but you don't know what the monster looks like.
Dottie, you ever been skinny dipping?
I haven't been skinny dipping because, you know when you've seen yourself naked in private?
Oh, yes.
Not when you're flexing in the mirror. Have you ever caught yourself by accident? When you've just caught your reflection, like, in a toaster.
Yeah, in a toaster. Did you toast naked, then?
No, I've got a small flat.
There was a water park in Stoke-on-Trent that were doing, like, a nudist day for the family.
Oh, no.
Oh.
And it was £21 to get in, and I couldn't help but think, oh, don't get change. Like, where are you going to put that? And there's £9. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, that's my problem with that event.
Yeah.
I mean, it's difficult for blokes to go skinny dipping because it's all a bit of a laugh when you're flaccid. As soon as you get a lob on, it's gone weird, apparently.
I can tell you, skinny dipping is not up there. I went skinny dipping. It was exciting and liberating and fun. The only issue, really, is I got banned from seniors aquarobics. All right, fingers on buzzers. Another thing to get.
Is it travelling or backpacking? People love doing that.
Travelling.
Year out.
Did you ever do that? Were you a traveller?
Yeah, in my blood, my nan's side.
Susie, do you ever go travelling?
No, it's not for me. I don't really like roughing it. And everyone that I've ever met that's like, I've been backpacking, I've been like, you're a prick.
Oh.
So...
The worst are the people that go to Thailand for a full moon party. We've got a moon here! What's that full moon party thing? They always go, oh, I had a great time, I had this bucket of whiskey and coke. It weren't a full moon you enjoyed, you had a bucket of whiskey and coke.
Dottie, have you been travelling?
Travelling, but not backpacking. I'm a risky... I like to travel without travel insurance. Chances are you're going to be all right. So I'm risk-averse on the holiday because I've got no insurance. So I can't go backpacking because...
That's too risky.
It's too risky.
Do you know you can just get insurance?
The other thing about sort of roughing it, the point you made, you know, because backpacking, you do have to rough it. Oh. This is a guy in Thailand, he's travelling, and he finds a cockroach in his room, but he sort of mans up, he handles the situation.
I get that, though, because I'm terrified of creepy crawlies. Once I moved into a flat and I was moving the sofa and there was like a properly big, massive, hairy spider behind it. And I didn't know what to do, so I went out, I locked the door in case he had keys. I thought, I'm gonna have to do something about this. So I went next door to my neighbour, who I had never met, and said, I've got this massive spider in my living room, can you help me? He didn't speak any English. So I was like, oh, come with me. And then I moved the sofa. It turns out he spoke a little bit of English, which was, ooh, he's a big bastard.
I hated backpacking. I went to America, hated it. Hated the hostels. Oh. There's a reason there's a film franchise called Hostel and it's a horror movie. There's no film franchise about horror movies called Malmaison.
Well, I can tell you, backpacking is not one of the top things to do before you're 30, but backpacking around the world is incredible for anyone who enjoys holidays but wishes there was a bit more waking up in an ice bath, missing your kidneys action. Right, fingers on buzzers, one more thing still to get.
Is it, like, falling in love, getting a boyfriend or girlfriend and stuff like that? People want to meet someone?
How old were you when you first fell in love?
When did I have my first Ferrero Rocher?
Joe, have you ever been in love?
I fell in love with a swimming pool blower in Tenerife. I remember...
A swimming pool what, sorry?
A swimming... You know, like a swimming pool filter that filters that water, then blows it back in. I was about 10 and I went past it and went, oh. And then... We had a relationship for about 2 weeks before I had to go home.
And what would you do with the...
I'd just sort of lean up against it and just let it blow on my willy. I didn't put two and two together and realised I didn't know what wanking was at the time. So I just thought I had found something that no one else knew about.
What annoys me is my mates that are married and got married before Tinder and all that, and they go, oh, I missed Tinder, didn't I? If I was on Tinder... Oh, imagine. I'll clean up. I was like, no, you wouldn't. Because Tinder, Steve, will not change your face, your personality, or your gambling addiction.
I couldn't use Tinder because growing up on Dartmoor, there's just no one in my area. It had just been...
There's always family. Oh, look, Mum's up for it. I'll pop downstairs.
I think Tinder's good, though. I think it's a great way of reminding women that men are gross. We don't have to leave the house.
Dottie, have you been in love?
I'm really, really, really fickle. So I'm easily put off. So I'll be like, this is the one. Oh, yeah, this is it for me.
And then what's the most minor thing that's put you off?
Farts.
So your current partner, she's perfect.
I wouldn't say perfect, but we're pretty good. She's done well so far.
The vote of confidence you're looking for.
5 years, no farts. So I don't know where she does them, but...
5 years, no farts. You know she's going to explode at some point.
I was there for Susie when you had a breakup once, wasn't I?
Yeah. So we were going to a tour show. We had quite a long drive together, and I'd literally been dumped on the morning. Josh,
I phoned my agent, but it was too late to change the support act.
And so I was driving and weeping and driving and weeping, and we got to the place we were having dinner.
And so Josh made you drive?
You heard how my test went, mate.
Probably for the best, yeah.
And then we got to the place we were having dinner, and I looked a mess because I'd just been dumped, and the guy put my dinner down in front of me and went, "Can I get anything else, sir?" And then Josh laughed so hard, he had to go outside, ring one of our mutual friends and go, "You're not going to believe this. Russell got dumped this morning and now she's been mistaken for a man. It's literally the best day of my life."
Harry, how long have you been married now?
Nearly 2 years. But my parents, they've been married 38 years. I know, it's quite impressive, but they told me recently that I was their greatest achievement, which I just thought is so sad. But it's particularly sad for my brother.
Love's got a bit out of hand. Because back in the day, you basically just go to your local disco, get pissed, stand near a girl and end up marrying them. That was basically it, that was it. You just sort of...
You know your wife's going to watch this, right? I mean, dress it up a bit.
I met her at work, actually.
Did you meet her at work?
Yeah, we went out, I stood near her, got married.
So proposing, that's a big romantic moment in life. That's really when you know when you're falling in love. Yeah. Take a look at this guy proposing on a private plane. Pretty swish.
My mum sort of accidentally told me that my girlfriend was going to propose to me. I say accidentally. My girlfriend asked my mum if we could get married. And my mum, sort of afterwards, we were sort of having a drink together, and she sort of let me know. She sort of went, "Here, Sue, do you reckon you and Alice are going to get married?" And I went, "Oh, yeah, I hope so." She went, "Do you think you'd want to do the proposing?" The only reason she's saying this is because I've got short hair. And Alice has got long hair, and she's like, "Oh, she deserves the proposal. She's making the effort." And I said, "Oh, I don't know, yeah, maybe." And Mum went, "If you want to, I'd crack on." It's like,
Did you propose? Did she propose?
She proposed. It was very sweet. It was in our flat, and she said, "I think we should spend the rest of our lives together." I said, "That sounds lovely." And then because I knew that she was thinking of proposing, so for the last 4 months, every time she went to tie her shoelace, I was like, "Yes, nothing, nothing." So yeah, it was really sweet, and so we had this really sort of emotional, lovely moment, and then the cat immediately had a shit in the corner. I was like, "Oh," and that's life, isn't it?
I'm actually just realising why they put us on separate teams. They're trying to spread out the gay.
Yeah. Because it's catching. Watch out, Harriet.
But they've concentrated the cockney. In one little corner.
No, I'm cock no, thanks.
I had some disastrous, first dates, when I started dating. I had one at uni where I had a date with the girl that was the room below me, and I thought, well, maybe, we'll go back to mine, Basically, she called off the date because an hour before, when she was getting ready, she could hear me hoovering my room. She just presumed I was being too presumptuous.
Oh. Were you? Presumably you just trimmed your pubes. Well, let's see. Falling in love is up there. Of course, falling in love. Most young people these days try and find love online with apps like Tinder. If you've never used Tinder, think of it as sort of like Deliveroo for chlamydia. The biggest turn-off for me in a dating profile is when a woman says she's got a couple of kids and you realise one of them is you. A quarter of young people think marriage should be a temporary contract like a mobile phone deal. It's not a bad idea. I'd go for unlimited texts, I'd like to do a bit of roaming, and if I drop her, I'd like an upgrade, no questions asked. So those were the top things to do before you're 30. But also on the list, starting a business. The young woman who lives opposite me has just started her own webcam business. I'm sure she'll be delighted when she finds out. throw the look off?
The brain.
The brain, OK. According to a recent study, having small electric shocks can improve your memory. So we asked our studio audience, do you think you've forgotten everything you learnt at school? Yes or no? What do you think?
Oh, I've not forgotten anything. All of it's up there. Sin, cos, tan, Pythagoras, hypotenuse, protractors.
That sounds like people in your gang.
Bunsen burners, the Tudors, and frying beanbags.
There's a lot of throwing beanbags.
A lot of frying beanbags. More beanbag than Tudor, if you ask me.
Harry, do you remember much from school?
I remember everything from school, which I think suggests I didn't go to a very good school.
What do you know? List the things you know. We've got time.
Volcanoes, cats, hats.
It sounds like one Dr. Zeus book. Did you go to school, Joe?
A long time ago, I did. Yeah, I did a few times.
Was it like a class that they had within the... what I can only assume is a secure unit? Did you remember much from school?
You know what? My school weren't really the environment to learning. My school was the kind of place...
It's an absolute joy. It's a bloody joy. My school wasn't really a learning environment.
My school was the kind of place that if you needed to go to the toilet, you'd go home because you wouldn't take the risk of doing it in the school. It was pretty rough, my school.
It was so rough you couldn't shit there. Dottie, what were you like at school?
I was the one that got kicked out of the class quite a lot.
Oh, right, OK.
That was me. I think they weren't challenging me.
What kind of challenge did you want?
I just felt like, I don't need this stuff. Do you know what I mean? When am I going to use this?
All the time. Yesterday, I was with a mate and we had 7 apples.
Right.
And he said to me, he said, I want a third of them. How are we going to work this out? But I don't remember. I can use a Bunsen burner.
But when have you ever had to use that? Do you know what I mean?
All the time, friend will come round, cup of tea. Pop on the Bunsen burner, blue flame.
Rob, can I ask you, you went to a big school, right?
Yes.
How many pupils do you reckon, roughly?
There's thousands of kids there.
Thousands of kids.
Yeah.
How many kids at your school, Josh?
There was 4 in my year.
And did you know them all?
That's the whole year.
Yeah.
Were you in a foster home? Was it definitely a school?
I didn't think it was weird, because I just realised, I presumed all the schools were that small, and then you grow up and you realise...
They're not.
...that you're in an Enid Blyton novel.
No, mate, what are the famous for?
Famous for.
Well, they say that school gets you prepared for real life, OK? But at my school, if you didn't have your PE kit, you did it in your pants.
Yeah.
When I started work at Sainsbury's, if I forgot in my uniform, they didn't make me put the yogurts with my knob out.
All right, so what do you think? Do you think you've forgotten everything you learned at school? What do you think, yes or no?
We're going to go no.
OK,
yeah.
no. What do you think, Josh?
Looking at this audience, they've forgotten everything they learned.
Well, I can tell you, the answer is no. 63% of our audience say they haven't forgotten what they learned at school.
Well done to them.
For a lot of people, school was a waste of time, like, for example, Rob's teachers. OK, we are going to attempt a memory test now. So there's this theory that getting an electric shock increases your memory. Joe, Josh, come and join me in the middle for the special 8 out of 10 Cats memory test. OK, there are 20 objects under here.
Oh.
I'm going to show them to you. All you have to do is memorise them. Understood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
OK. Now, you've been fitted with electric shock pads. Apparently, electric shocks help your memory. In fact, I'll give you a little boost now, OK? Little memory boost.
All right, go on. Oh, Jimmy, turn it down a little bit.
OK.
Just a little bit, make my nipples go hard.
We're going to do a little test. Boost your memory. Here we go.
It's nice in a way, though.
Oh, it's not. You like
OK, let's play the 8 out of 10 Cats memory test. OK. You ready? You've got 20 seconds to
20
memorise
seconds?
20 objects. Right. OK, there you go. Right. OK, so you've got tomato, you've got sunglasses,
Yeah.
got a rubber glove, you've got a dinosaur, you've got half a Scotch egg, Got a pizza cutter. That's a kazoo.
Gazoo.
That's a rubber ducky.
I'd leave that one,
We'll
Joe.
try that. Right there. Wait there 1 second.
That is it. OK. It's pretty
Okay.
easy. Now, all you've got to do is name those 20 objects.
Yeah.
Easy.
OK, you go first.
Kazoo.
OK, Josh, you'll go.
Gazoo. No,
Joe, you'll go.
Orange.
We'll give you that. Satsuma.
Cheers.
tomato.
We had some. Oh, Jimmy!
You're not allowed to hesitate.
I wasn't hesitating. I was about to say it.
What were you about to say?
I was about to say the little heart glasses.
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
A dinosaur. A dice.
Teeth.
Oh, a tea bag.
Correct.
Playing card.
Oh. There was
Which playing card?
Oh, I know which
Which
it was.
playing card?
Get it wrong.
Oh,
got
come
buzzing.
on, mate.
Buzzing.
10. Ow!
8 spades.
10 spades.
8 spades.
10
Go on,
spades.
get in. Who got it right? Is it my go?
Okay, you'll go, yeah.
A pen.
Blunderbuss.
Teeth. Teeth.
I've said it.
Jimmy, let go of it. It's nice making us sweat.
Oh, I can't. Oh, no. I can't remember anymore. No. A tray. It was all on a tray.
It was on a tray. It was on a tray, yeah. Joe?
Are we still playing? We must have done it by now. We had a rubber ducky.
Yes. Pearl necklace.
Yes.
Don't,
and
Jimmy.
we had a rubber glove.
Come on.
Yes,
How am
Jimmy,
I being
do it.
beaten by Joe Swash at this?
Well, that's...
Oh! I can't think of any more.
Never do it to him, Jimmy.
No!
Never do it to him.
I'll give you each other's. At the end of that, you both did really well. At the end of that, you both did really well. You each get a point. Most annoying habit. What do you think?
Is it when someone at work's got a really annoying laugh?
Is it...
Is it when you make the bed if you put the duvet over the pillows instead of under it? No, it's not. Good. Well, because someone's on my fucking girlfriend. Is the most annoying habit leaving droplets on the shower door rather than sponging it down afterwards? No, it's not. What is she doing to me?
You have to wipe down the shower after you have a shower.
Yeah. It's a shower. It cleans itself.
Is it not having your method of payment ready when it's time to pay?
Oh, yes.
Oh, and someone will you be queuing up for ages,
Yeah.
and they get there and it's like a shock to them.
Like, what did you think you were queuing up for?
Harry, what do you think? Most annoying thing?
Is it when someone tags you in a meme and they're like, this is just like you, but then you look at it and it's nothing like you and you just think that no one knows you at all?
I just hate couples holding hands, hogging pavements.
I get annoyed with people when you're walking down the street and they just stop dead.
Yeah.
What's that?
Normally a stroke.
What do you think, Susie, most annoying habit?
When you send a WhatsApp, then you can see that they've read it and they don't respond.
Oh, I'll get back to you. Yeah, I don't like WhatsApp. Everything about it freaks me out. When you're writing and you know people can see your writing and the pressure gets too much. Love it, though, when someone's writing for like a minute and it just goes, yes. You think, how many ways did you try and draft no?
Rob? Eating loudly.
Oh, I hate that. Stacey does that. She eats crisps like someone's turned the volume up in her mouth. You know what I mean? It's
What crisp is it, though? Because that can affect it. Do you know what I mean? Like a Quaver's a subtle one.
Yeah.
You go McCoy, that is...
You know, like, she's more of a Dorito.
Oh,
It's quite a real initial big crunch, then loads of little crunches. But yeah, that annoyed me. But I've got over that. It took me a good couple of years to get over that. But I can deal with that now.
Anything else that annoys you about Stacey?
She makes me go to bed at like 8 in the afternoon. What she does is,
You had us at 8 in the afternoon.
No, she goes to bed really early, but she makes me go to bed with her.
Yeah.
Really?
And then she goes to sleep, and I'm just sort of sat there thinking, fucking hell, what am I doing here? Why am I sitting here at like
8 in the afternoon?
All right, let's get some answers. Most annoying habit.
Being on your phone.
That's it. Always being on the phone.
Yeah.
Here we go. Comeback starts there.
Yes.
Yes, the most annoying habit is someone always being on their phone. Some people are just plain rude on the phone. My nan called the other day to say, help, help, I've fallen down there, and then just went quiet. I hung up. I haven't got time for games. OK, final question. Most common thing people pretend to know about. What do you think?
The alphabet, I still don't know it. I thought I knew it. Like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but my daughter started going preschool and apparently I don't know it. The way you teach them is like the alphabet's like... And then it gets like giraffe and it's like G for giraffe. It work, but that's the way you got to teach them.
Oh, that seems crazy. Susie, do you ever pretend to know about anything?
I think wine is a classic one of people pretending they, like, well, you know, what's the year? The only time I'm going to be asking what the year is if I'm so blind drunk I actually don't know what year it is.
People are a bit, like, annoying with healthy eating. They pretend, they always say, oh, you're doing a diet. You must eat more kale. It's so good for you. So much iron in it. If it's got so much iron in it, why aren't these dirty thieves going in my fridge and nicking it? Taking it down a scrap metal yard. There's that much iron in it.
Dirty thieves, that's no way to talk about your family. What do you pretend to know about, Joe?
Me? I don't think I get away with it anymore, so I just stop pretending.
That checks out. Harry?
People always pretend to me that they know about art. Like, everyone's always like about Vincent van Gogh. They're like, the sunflowers, they're like, oh, it's about the vagaries of time or something. I'm like, did you know him? Maybe you just like yellow?
I pretended to know what wind is the other day. Someone asked me what wind was. They said, do you know what wind is? And I said, yeah. And then I realised, I don't. Do you know what it is?
Oh, my God, I don't know.
No one knows.
It's when things blow.
Yeah, no, I know what wind is. But no one knows.
What causes wind?
We're all walking around pretending we know what wind is.
Is it because the Earth's spinning?
It's not because the Earth's spinning. Joe, what about when there's no wind? Have we stopped?
At least I'm chucking in some ideas.
OK, most common thing people pretend to know about. Dottie, what do you think?
Brexit?
Well, Brexit, when people mention it as well, I can't get into a conversation about this. It changes too often.
Oh, it's a good out. I just piece together headlines that I've read and try and come up with, like, a coherent sentence. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, the backstop is just... 12th of May.
Well, I think Dottie sort of got it, haven't you?
Politics, Brexit.
That's it.
Yes.
Cool. Yes, the most common thing people tend to know about is politics. Everyone should read up about politics. It's incredibly important to know who you pretended to vote for because you slept in on the morning of the election. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show. I can tell you that Rob, Joe and Susie are tonight's winners. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.
Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, Chelsea Girl, it's Tom. Stand-up guy, it's Finn Taylor. And Rob Beckett, their team captain. And facing them tonight, the Carrie on the Cape, it's Harry Godlyman. Joker of the pack, it's Meet Richard McLean and Aisling B., their team captain. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 1% of British Christians believe God is female? I think she is. I mean, let's face it, only a woman would create a fine piece of ass like this. Not running the tap when brushing your teeth could save up to 12 litres of water a day. Or if you're Rob Beckett, 1 million litres of water a day. And 2/3 of Brits would want doctors to pull the plug if they were on life support. I know my nana wanted to be kept alive, but I'm afraid she got outvoted. Sorry, Nan. Sorry, Nan. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. Tonight, it's our panelists' job to guess the most talked about people of the last year. Aisling, what do you think? Who are the most talked about people of the last 12 months?
Probably, I mean, it must be Meghan. I love her. Oh my God, I love her so much. More like Meghan Remarkable.
Very nice. She's amazing.
Yeah,
I love her as much as the Daily Mail hate her for being black. You not like her?
I don't know. I think she gets a lot of shit. She had her hair up in a bun, and they were like, no!
They went crazy the other day because she closed her own car door.
What?
She got out of the car and she closed the door herself, and they went, she's broken protocol.
It's just, I love that her attitude to the royal family is just a general... It feels like she's just going around shaking shit up. I bet you any money Meghan Markle is slowly taking things because she knows that they don't need old stuff.
Is she condoing the palace?
She's absolutely Marie Kondoing the palace.
Oh, and she's like, this doesn't spark joy. And they're like, that's Prince Philip, put it down.
Toff, do you know her?
Don't know her, no. But I heard that she can drop 15 grand in one outfit, so I feel like we're kindred spirits.
She does feel like a breath of fresh air in the royal family. She
And
can be
she's
a bit
doing the
stuffy.
pregnancy, like, her own way, isn't she?
Yeah.
Because she's doing a hippie one. I could give her a lot of advice, because I did all that, like hypnobirthing.
Did you?
Like, I would give her some tips.
What's the tip?
So, take the hypnobirthing thing off your iPod after you've had the baby, because it comes on when you've got people over. Like, 1 minute, if you've got shuffle, and then 1 minute you're like, oh, I don't know, what's good?
5.
Yeah. You're listening to 5, and then it comes on and like, you are a floating uterus. Going towards your baby, and suddenly you're prolapsed, you're back in the birth, and it's a nightmare if you're driving. Don't leave it on when you're in the car.
Finn, what do you think of...
Well, this hippie shit, like, I don't know how... Firstly, did you say you had a hippie birth?
Yeah, I tried a hippie birth, but then they had to hoover it out. Because
Well, that's the thing, isn't it?
it didn't go to black. I thought it would moonwalk out of my vagina, but actually...
Do you think that was Henry de Hoover's worst or best day?
She sort of went from being an actress. She's given up a lot to sort of do it as well. Yeah. She had a pretty good career.
Well, she was in Suits. They say Meghan and Kate don't get on. But I'll be honest with you, I don't really care. I stay out of it when my wife don't talk to her sister. I'm not going to start getting involved in this. But they won't be able to row, though, because, like, they can't row, Meghan and Kate, very well, because posh people can't row, and Americans just try and, you know, calm everything down.
Darling, I am so good in a row. Have you ever watched Made in Chelsea?
What's that? No, but you panic and just throw a drink in their face. I've seen it.
Yeah.
You go, look, I'm really angry about this, you know. You really cheese me off. Like that.
That's exactly
And
right.
then we'd be like, oh, OK, let me just internalise that, Kate. Let me understand where you're coming from.
Toff, are you aware Rob can do posh, but it's all in the teeth. He
Yeah.
can do posh, but it's...
Yeah, well, Toff, both of you. I've been thinking about this investment strategy.
Sorry.
I think it's really going to work for us.
You're making me fancy you.
Really? Would you like to go for a drink, then?
Yes, darling.
Let's do it.
The other thing Meghan gets kind of a hard time for is the fact she used to work on Deal or No Deal. You know?
Yeah,
well,
she
used
was
to
like
work...
one of the...
How well has she done?
Well, also, he's everyone's favourite royal, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he's like the one you'd want to go for a beer with.
You say how well has she done, but she has had a job, she's worked hard, she's explored all avenues, and now she's had a baby, and everyone's like, oh, she's done well for herself. And it's like, he's done well for himself. He does not have a job. Yeah, but he's just been
no one is disputing he's done well.
No. Yeah.
I mean, in the history of punching above your weight, this is unbelievable.
She gets so much shit for, like, she had a baby shower in New York and she got a private jet back and everyone went mental. But I've got a lot of sympathy. To be fair to her, when you marry into that family, you need to know who's driving.
You make a good point. OK, let's see if Meghan Markle's up there. Yes, it's Meghan Markle. Since getting married to Prince Harry, Meghan has been subjected to a torrent of abuse. But Prince Philip is 97. What are you going to do? Meghan is a lifelong feminist, which she demonstrated by marrying a prince, giving up her job and living in his palace. You go, girl. Rob.
Yes?
What do you think? Who are the most talked about people over the last year?
Oh, well, there's one bloke you can't get away from, Piers Morgan. I just find it's very hard to like anyone called Piers.
Oh, I don't mind Piers. He's the only man, you know, he has a real go. You know Ariana Grande, right? He was vile to her over Twitter. And then I log on about 2 months later, they're having a glass of wine together at Chateau Marmont. It's obscene. How does he pull it off?
He's basically the annoying uncle at a wedding. Now, the pissed one that sits in the corner and slags off anything you do. Oh, you got long hair, have you? You fucking... he just does that. Oh, and like, but the problem is, normally, that annoying uncle's left at the wedding. Like, but now, because of Twitter, he can find all the other arseholes. And they gang up to make an Uber arsehole.
Like, even if you don't follow him on Twitter, they just float into your Twitter feed, don't they? Like a tampon in the sea. Oh, God.
I imagine being Susanna Reid.
Yeah, she must be so stressed. She has not had a period for, like, 2 years. She's like, I'm going to knock him out in a minute.
And, like, she had a row with him. She said, don't be deliberately obtuse. It's like, it's Piers Morgan. I mean, like, it's like saying to Mr. Tumble, stop falling over.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he goes out of his way to kind of court controversy, and annoyingly, it kind of works for him. I mean, the thing with Daniel Craig was annoying. He tweeted this when Daniel Craig was pictured with his newborn child. 0007, not you as well, hashtag papoose, hashtag emasculated Bond.
What he doesn't know is that that's from Q. That's a gadget.
I'd love to know what his vulnerability is, because even, like you're saying, taking against the idea of a man being a father is such an odd thing. Like, maybe that's why he's so full of hot air. He was never winded as a kid. Like, maybe he just had...
He needs burping.
He needs burping like his daddy.
Piers Morgan looks like one of those guys that, like, put me in a giant nappy and let me shit on you.
Yes.
I think he's got this amazing look as well. He looks like meat that's been cooked the wrong way. You know, like, who tries to poach ham? You know, like...
Well, I can tell you Piers Morgan is not on the list, but Piers Morgan has 6.5 million followers on Twitter, which makes him Britain's most popular unpopular person. Fingers on buzzers. What do you think, Aisling?
Oh, my God. Is it Theresa May? She has become, like, the ultimate feminist dilemma, because we've all been like, oh, we want more women in power. We want more women in power. Ah, not that one. Not that one, though. Yeah. We've got to be more specific with our wishes, bitches.
But it has to be women that are willing to help other women, and she doesn't help anyone. And everyone's like, oh, look at her dancing, look at her dancing.
And you know what? I will say Britain is one of those fickle places that if she did a good run on Strictly, I bet you any money you'd all forgive her. You love people on Strictly, don't you?
I think she'd be good on Strictly. They need a few more people that no one's going to have an affair with. You know, she's only been in power, like, since 2016.
Oh, it
feels
felt
like
eons.
400 years.
Yeah. It really does, doesn't it? Take a look at her in 2016 and take a look at her now.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it's like she lives in Chernobyl.
Everyone says how fashionable she is as well, but have you seen the state of her gear? She looks like she's had a fight with a TK Maxx. That's why she can't walk properly. Nothing fits her.
It's true. The more
stressful it all gets, the bigger the necklace gets.
Yeah.
So the worse the news, she'll have a bike lock on.
Do you know what I think it looks like? They always look like anal beads. The necklaces. And that's why the more stretchy is, the bigger they get, because she's like, come on, Philip.
She went to Oxford, didn't she, and then worked at the Bank of England. OK, so I think the problem is all the potential prime ministers have had better jobs than being prime minister. So why don't we get someone who's got a crap job, and then they'll really work hard then? Just get like someone in from like Sports Direct. They'll be loving it. They can have their phone on them. They can go a piss, get holiday pay. They'll be like, I want to stick this out.
I'd love to see that. Someone in the House of Commons with one of those massive mugs.
It's her face that she knows that everyone knows that she's talking shit. Like, she's got that face of someone selling electrical gear at a car boot sale that they know doesn't work. Like,
Well, last time I used it, yeah, it worked.
Kiri, are you a Theresa May fan?
No, I can't stand her. I think she's reprehensible, and I think a lot of people suffer because she's crap at her job. And she keeps going to North Wales, where I'm from, on holiday and making shit decisions, and now North Wales is embarrassed and feels like it's responsible, which is like how Lambrini must feel when it looks at my sexual partners.
I wish when she went on a walking holiday, she'd just keep going.
Into the sea.
Like, bye, Theresa.
Prime ministers have to have, no offence, but shit holidays, don't they?
Yeah, but to me, walking in Wales is just go in the shop. It's not a holiday.
But like, everyone hates because they go to like more sort of like.
So David
less
Cameron
fancy.
would have been in Barbados, but now, and then when he's in office, he's in Cornwall.
Yeah, exactly. Where I reckon Theresa May, everyone hates her already. She's just gone Maldives and Instagrammed it.
She couldn't be any less popular.
But then all at the same time, the next one's going to be even...
she's protecting us from worse.
Well, yeah, it's like if... Boris, I mean, I bet he calls sex like figgy pudding or something like that. I want a shower, you know what I mean? Oh.
And Jacob Rees-Mogg, who looks like he'd appear in a haunted mirror behind you.
Yeah.
So creepy.
You don't like Jacob Rees-Mogg?
No.
Because Toff, I believe you called him...
It was a sex god, and it was front page of the Times, and it was just so bad.
But then you apologised to him for calling him a sex god.
And his wife, yeah. I was like, I'm so sorry. She was like, well, actually, I was thrilled that someone even finds him remotely attractive.
Wait, have you had it off with Mogg?
No, I have not.
Have you had figgy pudding in with old Moggy?
Bit of brandy sauce.
He's got like the neck of a Pez dispenser, hasn't he?
Let's have a look and see if Theresa May is up there. Yes, it's Theresa May. Theresa May's been Prime Minister since 2016, but it feels like a lot longer. She arrived as Theresa May and will leave as Theresa didn't. All right, fingers on buzzers. Go on.
Kylie Jenner, one of the Kardashian crew, youngest ever self-made billionaire.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it?
And all through lipsticks.
It's not self-made, is it? Like, she's from a really rich family.
What, Kim did the sex tape?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, the whole family is like a Game of Thrones thing. It's all these weird characters with weird names. And we only started watching it because there was sex in it. And now, now we're all just weirdly into it.
Like, to say that she's a self-made millionaire is like me opening a jar of Dalmio, pouring it over pasta and saying I'm a self-made chef.
I didn't know which one she was, but I did some research. Her half-sister is Kim, right? Mm-hmm. She's the one with the massive ass.
Correct, yeah.
And she's had butt implants.
No, but she did an X-ray, and on the X-ray, obviously a massive fan over here, and she didn't have things in her bottom.
I saw a different video where things were injected.
I don't get the butt implant thing. I mean, it's window dressing, isn't it? The real problem with the arse is the constant shitting, isn't it? I mean, you've still got to shit. You're spending 30 grand on getting these, you know, silken, gossamer, milky cheeks. You're still shitting out of it every day.
You know what? I love a good shit. Sometimes it's only a bit of solace.
I know. Look, there's nothing better than being regular, Rob. I'm just saying.
Back to Kylie Jenner.
I admire anyone who's owning their own business and not just sitting back and doing money. In my family, there's one instance which I really respect. My uncle, who has always been a good businessman, but when he was a kid, he used to bring homing pigeons to farmers' markets, and he used to sell them at the different markets. And then that night, the pigeons would fly back. And he'd go and resell the same pigeons. I will say I thought that was clever.
Imagine being a billionaire at 21. I mean, at 21, all I cared about was football. I reckon I would have bought Thierry Henry and just put him in my garden. Got a kick about.
Well, I can tell you, Kylie Jenner is not one of the most talked about people of the last year. I find it exhausting keeping track of all the different Kardashians, their relationships and dramas. If only there was an easy way of keeping up. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing to get.
Elon Musk?
Elon Musk.
That guy.
Is he the one who's always high when he's doing interviews?
I think once he got a little bit high on Joe Rogan's show in California, where it is perfectly legal.
Well, he wants to colonise Mars.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? I mean, do the moon first. It's on the way, isn't it? At least stick a services up there.
I don't think those cars are that nice.
The Teslas?
Yeah, I don't
Is
think
that
they
because
are.
you're, like, worried about what the staff will do when they start having to drive themselves?
The problem with a Tesla is when you run out of charge, you've got to flip the car over, get a tiny little screwdriver, and it takes 89,000 AA batteries. You get one around the wrong way, you're buggered.
Sometimes, though, if you just do that.
Yeah, just probably.
He does tunnels and rockets, doesn't he? Like all phallic stuff. Like he wants to dig a big tunnel.
Yes.
And he's called the company the Boring Company. Now you'd rethink
Is
that.
it really?
Yeah.
Also, I thought Elon Musk, I swear that's a Lynx deodorant. I swear my mum bought me that for Christmas.
He wants to do the tunnel because he said the traffic in LA. You hang out in LA. You work in LA, don't you?
Can't stop it, baby.
Yeah.
Can't
So there's bad traffic, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
But there's
yes.
no public transport.
No, not at all.
Well, so you don't need to dig a tunnel, Elon. Just get a bus.
yes. Make a
I
bus
think
route
it
or
would be
something.
better.
Look, for me, before you start building tunnels under LA, like, and you're this like mega inventor, just invent a USB that goes in either way up. That is all we want. I don't really want to go to Mars. Not straight away. Do you know what I mean? Because you're only the first one. It's just going to be full of, like, dusty nerds. I'm not going to Mars until there's an Irish bar and a Nando's. Then you know you'll be all right.
He's scared of AI, isn't he? He's really scared of AI. Like killer robots, that's his thing. I mean, I'm scared of Alexa. She freaks me out, man, because you'll be just chatting to a mate about anything, and then she's, like, listening in the corner, isn't she? Like, oh, right, thinking about a holiday in Somerset, are you? Got an itchy scalp, we'll expect pop-ups. Weird.
Well, I can tell you that Elon Musk is not on our list, but Elon Musk claims spacecraft to Mars will be ready by 2024. Well done, we're struggling to finish Crossrail. Elon Musk sounds like the stuff skunks spray out of their arses. I've got Elon Musk all over me. I have to bathe in milk now. Fingers on buzzers. One more person to get.
Donald Trump?
Go on.
Because the main thing he was desperate is the wall. He wants a wall. He keeps bringing it up, the wall. What they should do is build a wall that's only about a mile long, write Trump on it, paint it gold, make it really nice, take a big grand opening. He's never going to check it, is he? He's never going to do the whole length of it to check if it goes to the edge.
I think if they got a mile section and just put it on wheels, even if you did inspect it, you could just roll it along at the same time. I mean, we are basically making some sort of Wile E. Coyote gadget, but he is a fucking idiot, so...
They almost get so close to impeaching him so often. Like, it feels like it's always about to happen. It's the closest I've come to actually understanding what it must be like to have blue balls. Just finish me off, will you? Just do it. It's just there, ready to go.
But when it goes, it'll be Mike Pence, which is worse, so it would be sort of like coming and then your dick falling off.
Yeah.
I think it's a shame he don't drink. Can you imagine his nights out? Oh, with that KFC on tap, Russian spies doing coke off strippers, Piers Morgan and Farage just getting off in the corner. Oh, be mental.
He's coming here, isn't he, on a state visit?
Yeah, he is coming on a state visit.
They're sending him to Portsmouth.
Yeah.
It's like third choice in your uni selection, isn't it? Where you going? Portsmouth.
Should have worked a bit harder. Toff, what do you think of Trump?
I find him quite inspiring. I think if he can be president of the United States, it gives, well, this blonde bimbo a bit of hope, being honest.
Are you pointing to Rob? Do you want to have a look at Donald Trump?
Yes, please. I've never seen him. What's he look like?
Has he got any distinguishable features?
He doesn't really. He looks like a meringue that's spoilt. Take a look at Trump attempting to pose with a particularly disgruntled bald eagle. How tough could that be? Bring on my eagle. I reckon it's a piece of piss. Just pop him on there.
Oh, big boy.
Ah.
Oh, it suits you, Jimmy.
This is Holly, the eagle that is currently squeezing my fucking hand. Does anyone... So let's try and get a picture of me and the eagle. Eagle, look at the camera. That eagle just looked at me in a way that suggested I'm taking that fucking eye. Does it stop eating my fucking finger? I'd probably have too many fingers anyway. Aisling, do you want to have a go because I'm frightened?
Yes.
OK, there you go. You grab him. Oh, this is dignified.
It's massive. It really is.
Oh, my...
Are you sure that's
not
not
the fucking hair, man.
I would...
Stick that on. And you have to hold that hand right out, otherwise, otherwise he bites your face off.
Oh, my
He's
God.
the dream.
Oh, my God, hello. Is it a girl or a boy?
It's a
or
girl,
does it not
Holly.
identify as either? Please don't shit on me.
Oh,
oh, my God.
Oh, he likes you. Look at that. He's looking right down the lens.
Stroke it. No.
OK, Aisling, presidential look, please. Blue steel.
I'm going to grab my own pussy. So beautiful.
Does anyone over here fancy... Finn fancies giving it a go.
I mean, I would love to, but I'm allergic, unfortunately.
I feel very Game of Thrones.
OK.
Take my glove.
OK, so you've got to hold your hand out really straight, right? There you go. Oh, it's Finn.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's... Oh. Tell you what, though. OK, blue steel down the lens. You're giving the bird the bird. Oh! Oh, yeah, you like that? Yeah. Giving it the big one, were you? Giving it the big one?
Call it 1-1. We'll call it 1-1, birdie boy.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a same-sex marriage, and that's how the rings are getting delivered.
Thank you very much, the eagle. Well done, America. I mean, it's an impressive animal. What's our bird?
I'm Welsh, mate. We got a dragon.
It's not Game of Thrones. Do you know what our bird is? It's a European robin.
Oh.
We're going to have to give it back. Oh. Should we have a look and see if Donald Trump is up there? Yes, it's Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a man of the people, and those people are rich Republicans with assault rifles and an irrational fear of Mexicans. So those were the most talked about people of the last year, but let's not forget Kanye West. Kanye West has 21 Grammys. I only have 2 Grammys, Grammy Cuddles and Grammy Wheelchair. I love Kanye West, and when I say Kanye, I mean Michael, and when I say West, I mean Bublé. That's real music. What do you like the look of?
A man and a dog.
A man and a dog, OK. A survey recently revealed that 15% of pet owners love their pet more than their partner. So we asked, does owning a pet make you happy, yes or no?
All I know about dogs is poodles are getting a lot of action at the moment, right? Because they're all crossed with a poodle, isn't it?
Oh, a poodle,
So
yes.
cock-a-poo, cavapoo, do-a-poo, need-a-poo, add-a-poo. All the poo.
It's true.
But there's so many different types of dog now. When I was a kid, I swear there was 3. It's like Dulux dog, Andrex dog, Blue Peter dog. That was all the dogs.
There's dogs with balls, working-class dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs without balls, middle-class dogs. Dogs with jackets, upper class.
Aisling, what do you think?
I've never seen a group of people more look like Saddam Hussein when he got out of that hole than people first thing in the morning walking their dogs.
Dog walkers are boring, aren't they? You've got to talk to them on dog walks. They're really boring people. And you're always like, I've got a podcast on the go, mate. You're going to have to raise your game.
That does seem fair.
As a rule, I avoid talking to anyone that's carrying a bag of shit. One of my little life rules.
That's why I don't know how you could be truly happy. Because having to pick up, you know...
Yeah.
How? I don't think that's true contentment.
They're useful. It's useful having a dog. Because you can blame your farts on the dog.
Sure.
I blame shits. Oh, that dog's done it again in the living room.
It's good to give your voice. Like, if you've got something you can't say to your partner, and it's nice to make a dog's voice, you're like, oh, I think the dog's saying something, Ben. I think the dog's saying, shave your ears. Scrape the skin off your feet once a week, mate.
Well, that's a good thing about having pet fish, is you just shove your feet in a tank and they sort it out.
That got banned.
It got banned. All the fish were dying because British feet are disgusting.
There.
Yeah, we were all putting our hobbit paws in, and then the fish are like... Yeah,
It's gross.
And they keep on doing it because they forget. They're like, I'm going to go back for one more.
Toff, have you got a dog?
No dog. I've only ever had one pet. I had a cat called Jason.
Jason?
Can't call a cat Jason.
I don't know, I wanted to call him Jason.
Also, I've never met a Jason that isn't good at plastering.
My dog's called Taxi, so in the park, if I shout for him, it sounds like I'm hailing a cab.
I thought you said taxes for a minute.
Not in my house.
I've got a dog and a cat. The dog's deluded about their relationship. So the dog's like, want to play? Let's play. And the cat's like, fuck you.
Kiri, what have you got?
I've got a cat and a dog.
OK, so what about names? What have you called them?
OK, oh, God. So the dog is called Key, which is Welsh for dog.
Fair enough.
Just straight to the point.
Does he know that?
He doesn't know anything. He's thick as fuck. And then I've got a cat as a rescue. I really like him, except he insists on watching me and my partner bang. I'll think he's out the room, I've cleared everything, and then we'll be at it, and I'll just sort of like, we'll move around, and there'll be just a pair of eyes.
I can't have
me.
sex if the dog's watching, and that's why I always hold it like that. So, does owning a pet make you happy? What do you think?
I think so. Yeah. I think, yeah. A lot of people seem happy.
It must, because apparently half of all British households have a pet.
That also means half of them don't.
We go with yes. We think it makes you happy.
You think it makes you happy? What do you think, Aisling?
What do you think?
The pets definitely make you happy.
Yeah, sorry to agree, but
Yeah.
yes.
OK. Well, I can tell you the answer is yes. 87% of our studio audience say owning a pet does make you happy. My dog can lick his own balls. So can I, but sadly, he doesn't always let me. Of course, having a pet makes you happier. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face than opening my front door and seeing little Max bounding through the house to come and greet me. God, I love that horse. Now, before we carry on, it's time for a game of Carrot in a Box, Pets Edition. Rob, Aisling, come and join me in the middle. OK, the rules of Pet in a Box are simple. You each have a box in front of you. One of these boxes has a pet in it, the other doesn't. The aim of the game is to end up with a pet in your box. Rob, in a moment, I'll ask you to look in your box. You will need to bluff your way through the game to ensure that you end up with a pet in your box. It'll be up to you, Aisling, to decide whether you keep your box or swap boxes with Rob, but you can't look inside your box. Let's play Pet in a Box. These are high stakes. All right, Rob, you can now look in your box, but you cannot reveal what the animal is.
OK.
OK. Actually, you can't look in his box.
I'm not trying to look in his box, I'm trying to look into his soul.
I ain't a fucking pet.
He says it ain't a fucking pet.
It's an horrible spider in them.
If it's a spider, then, Rob,
Yeah.
tell me this.
8 legs.
Describe the spider to us, Rob.
Yes.
Oh, it's a little black hairy fella, isn't it?
What type of spider is it?
Pretty big one.
See now, I don't
I'd
think
say
you'd
it's
have
a-
to look the next time round because you're like, oh, what is it?
It's
I don't think you'd have to keep on looking. You just remember once. You wouldn't have to keep looking in the box. Woody Jimmy. Woody Jimmy!
Could you stop calling me Woody? I'm just wearing a lot of makeup.
I think it looks like a tarantula-y one.
What, sorry? How's it pronounced?
A tarantula-y one. Well, how would you say something was tarantula-y? It's a tarantula, but I don't know if it is a tarantula, so it's a bit tarantula. Like, if something was horsey... I'm not a horse, but I look a bit horsey. It's a spider that's tarantula-ly.
OK.
Do you think he's bluffing, Ashley?
I do think he's bluffing, James.
So you think you have the spider in your box? If
I
you're
don't
part of
think
that
it's a
expression.
spider. I don't even think it's a goddamn spider, Jimmy. God, it's like Madame Tussauds. Put your hand in the box if there's a spider in there.
You do not have to put your hand in the box.
Put your hand in the box, Rob.
I don't have to put my hand in the box.
Oh, really? Oh!
Daddy said so.
You're being...
Dad said that I don't have to put the hand in the box.
I'm not his real dad, but I don't know how to tell him. I fucked his mum.
Wow, it's amazing you can say that to someone at work. Imagine that you worked at a post office. But there's a spider in it. I've told you from the start.
So does he have an animal in there? Do you want to swap boxes or do you want to keep your box?
Can I have your box, please, Rob?
OK, swap round? OK, all right. So, Aisling, you're allowed to look in your box, and if there's a pet in it, then you win.
OK.
You think there's an animal in there? Have a little look.
I do.
Lift that up. And have a look inside.
Yes! Yes! There's a spider in there!
The good news is you won a spider. Best way to cheer yourself up.
Go outside for a nice wank. Sorry, I mean walk. No, I don't. I mean wank.
You can do both.
Why do you have to go outside?
Oh, it's lovely to get some fresh air.
Rob.
It don't take much for me to cheer up. Good bit of parking.
Like when you get a space right outside?
Oh, yeah, or you just, you know, get in a little gap. A reverse park.
Yeah, if I reverse park and I nail it, I do slightly go, come on.
And I can't frown. I don't have the muscles for it, so I'm always cheered up just the way I am.
You've got whatever the opposite of resting bitch face
Yeah.
is.
So basically, what happens is it's sort of just... I try and do it, but then the bottom bit comes up.
Go on, try and look depressed. Sort of looks like you're having a wank outside. How do you cheer yourself up, Finn?
Farting in a hot tub. I'm literally swimming in alibis. You can't touch me.
Toph, what do you do? Cheer yourself up.
Ooh, I like a bit of Radio 4, preferably the gardening Q&A. Yeah. It's quite relaxing. And I'm partial to sausage roll and a nice bun.
Sausage roll and a nice bun?
Well, yeah, sausage roll for the main, ice bun for pud.
Delightful. Like a Greg's two-course meal.
Cheers me right up.
Do you go, Greg's?
I do, actually.
Yeah.
I know. Surprisingly so.
Was that the day you went on, like, a working-class safari and you were like, hello? Look what they do, Mummy. They're all wrapped up in, like, pastry or something. What sort of foods did you grow up eating?
Yeah, did you ever have a Finder's crispy pancake?
Or a Pop-Tart, yeah. Did your whole dinner ever come out of the toaster?
I think you're imagining me growing up in a castle. It definitely wasn't like that.
I don't know what gives us that impression.
It could be the name Toph, I suppose. Very impressive. What did you do to cheer yourself up, Aisling?
Swimming with dolphins is always a good one. But I will say, ring ahead to the leisure centre to make sure you're allowed to bring them. What do I do to cheer myself up? Hang around with friends. Oh, isn't that cute?
That's lovely. We've never met before, but that's lovely. I go on YouTube and I find clips of Antiques Roadshow when a rich woman has brought a painting on she thinks is worth loads and they tell her it's worth fuck all.
Very good.
Yes, please.
I love it.
It's a nice moment.
So good. So nice.
What about you, Kerry? What do you do?
Sometimes I have a look at Facebook at an ex and look into his eyeballs and think, you were a prick, I'm glad I'm not with you anymore.
OK. Cheer up, everyone. What else do you do to cheer yourself up?
Salisbury Cathedral. Lovely spire. That or MDMA, that's what I do.
Oh, mix the two.
Oh.
Choice.
Bit of jam on toast.
You're a very simple creature.
I've never had the eating jam on toast. Have you?
What type of fruit?
Oh, strawberry. Oh, raspberry, blackcurrant, marmalade. You didn't think I'd mind that?
OK, best way to cheer yourself up. What do you think?
It'll be love, wouldn't it? Something to do with love.
Have sex is number 4.
Oh, then, like, finish yourself off should be number 2.
You've already got it, Ashley. You got it right. The best way to cheer yourself up is a night out with your friends. To cheer myself up, I sometimes look at the list of the 100 sexiest men. I came number 4, all over a topless photo of Ryan Gosling. OK, last question. Worst thing about cooking for your friends? What do you think?
The fact that your friends are there and you got to cook. Nothing better than a takeaway on your own, personally.
What do you think, Ashley?
Worst thing about cooking with your friends, I'd say it's like their dietary requirements. Like, I have this thing with my friends where, like, my friend Rachel, she's, like, a bit finicky about food. And then Monica used to be a chef, so she gets really involved. Then Chandler always has something sarcastic to say.
The worst is when you chop up a chilli then go for a piss. There's no pain like it. It comes in waves. Tell
me, what about you? What's the worst thing about cooking for your friends?
Having to wear a bra while I eat.
You're at home. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. Have you got a term for... In our house, it's free boobing.
I had 3 there for some reason. I don't know. I was so relaxed, the middle one dropped.
Finn, and that's the worst thing about cooking for your friends.
Gluten intolerance. If the cure for your disease is an aisle in Waitrose, it is not a disease. That's an opinion.
This might interest you as a fact. You know it's possible to be gluten-free and shut the fuck up. Do you cook for people, Toph? Do you ever cook?
Yeah, I do. I'm not the best cook, so I think what I don't enjoy is the lying that I have to do, because I deliver in the food and then decant it into the bowl.
And decanting, you're so great.
When you decant it, do you mess it up a bit to go,
Yeah.
a bit of a mistake?
Oh, yeah, you can't look too perfect.
Yeah.
But it also just makes you not enjoy the evening, so I just feel like a big fat liar.
We've had to do middle-class dinner parties because of my wife. And is the worst part sort of sitting there and resisting the urge to rip out everyone's throat and scream, "What have I become?"
It's like a Ken Loach film.
I mean, my friends are animals. Sometimes I just lob a lump of meat in a garden and let them fight over it.
Go on, let's get some answers on this.
Doing the dishes, that's my guess.
That is the exact right answer.
Is it? Oh, is it?
Yes, the worst thing about cooking for friends is washing up after. I bought a dishwasher recently, but it's always breaking down because I won't let it go back to Thailand to visit her kids. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Rob, Toph and Finn have 2 points, but the winners, Aisling, Kiri and Kerry, with 5 points. Thanks to all of our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.
Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, Ding Dong Emily on high. It's Emily A-Tack. Holidays are coming. It's Allah. And Rob Beckett, their team captain. And facing them tonight, he's a Christmas cracker. It's Jamie Lang. Go Tasha, go Prancer. It's Natasha Dimitru. And Sarah Pasco, their guest team captain. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to the 8 out of 10 Cats Christmas Special, a show all about opinion poll surveys, statistics, and of course, Christmas. Did you know 8% of millennials are offended by Christmas decorations? Snowflakes. But also baubles and tinsel. A third of Brits think Lapland is a fictional place. It's not. I've been, and as strip clubs go, it's actually all right. And 1 in 4 Brits don't think snogging is cheating if it's under the mistletoe. But if that mistletoe is part of a vajazzle, it's a different story. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 favourite things about Christmas. Rob Steen, what do people love about Christmas?
The presents.
What's the best thing you ever got?
Oh.
Braces.
But it's hard, Christmas presents, isn't it? Especially when you're married and you've been with someone a long time, you run out of ideas. And the best way, I think, is throwing money at it. Like, last Christmas, I ended up getting my wife 3 grand in used banknotes.
That is a lovely gift.
Isn't it?
Why did they have to be used? And how were they used?
Cocaine, mainly.
That's like calling your wife a stripper, isn't it? Are you just... Because you said you're just throwing money
Yeah, I don't just, like, in her face like that.
I once had a really awkward thing in a relationship where, you know, we've been together a few years, you think you're in the same place. So I bought us a holiday to Barbados, and he bought me an electric toothbrush. And yeah, it was a very tense day. At the time, he felt very embarrassed about it, but then actually, it was a good lesson. We went on holiday for a week and we had an amazing time, but the toothbrush was something that I used every single day to masturbate. And so, in a way, a great gift. And people don't even worry about why it's in your bag. You can take it on holiday.
The other great thing is, ladies, minty fresh vagina. Ola, best gift you've ever given?
There was one year I actually decided I was going to try and do like Christmas like other people, and I bought everybody in the family a foot spa. But like half of my family members just didn't take it home with them.
Slightly weird at your house then if you've got 6 foot spas. Yeah. You know what you could do? Open up a place in the high street. All we need is a couple of goldfish. You know those things where people... Yeah, charge people £20 a go.
Yeah.
Lovely.
You know those are really bad, those fish things.
Why?
The fish don't even get a lunch break.
Well, they're having a lunch.
They just cruise on.
24/7.
They just keep going.
It's actually against the EU Working Time Directive. They are very much remain, those fish.
I think the problem with Christmas presents is it's just unwrapping proof that the people you love don't know you. It's a sad, sad thing. You have to pretend.
What's the worst thing, then?
Well, my mum was a single parent with 3 children, and she used to give us school uniform, and we used to have to pretend that that was what we wanted. It was sad.
It's my size.
Yeah, and our stockings, she would put our breakfast in it.
You're lying.
No, I didn't. And when we turned 14, we started to get sanitary towels. Yeah, because some people are poor, and Christmas isn't fun if you're poor. You watch all these adverts where everyone's getting these amazing toys, and you have to go, oh, my God, another white shirt. Oh, this is what I wanted.
Is this the Christmas episode? Is that why...
What gave you the clue?
Well, I thought I was told to wear this jumper, so I was like, all right, I'll wear it. This is the... Oh, Merry Christmas! I didn't realise, Jimmy.
I've got a bloody robin on my top. How did you not know?
Is that Christmassy, a robin?
Yeah.
It is?
Are you broken? Emily, what's best gift?
Well, I don't know about Christmas, but someone keeps sending butt plugs to my house. And they're changing each month. They start really kind of
I've got that with socks. Well, they send you a new pair of socks every month.
We can't shove socks up your ass.
You can. You can.
But it's the weirdest thing. And like, my dad came round the other day, and he was sort of fixing something for me, and he pulled this drawer open, and this butt plug rolled out on the floor, and he went, what's that?
So you've kept the butt plugs.
It'd be a waste not to.
Who had 4 minutes for the butt plug conversation? What about you, Natasha?
I have a half-Cypriot father, and he really comes into his own, because everything that he does wrong is amplified more by the fact that it's Christmas. So he often wraps me up some of his clothes and gives them to me. So it's very nice, it's very comfortable, I have lots of lovely wear of it. Now it's your turn.
What's the best thing he's ever given you?
A vest.
He gave you a vest?
He gave me his vest. He was like, it keeps me so warm, and I'm worried about you not keeping warm. I can't hug you everywhere. So here's my vest, and it's brown. It's brown there. Sometimes if he's in a bad mood, because Christmas is so... You never know what's going to happen. Once he just chucked a $5 at me and went, Merry fucking Christmas.
Well, but people always go like, oh, the bloody kids, they like the boxes more than the actual presents at Christmas, don't they? Oh, no, Try wrapping up 15 empty boxes and giving them to your kids. They'll be fuming. For me, every Christmas morning, I can remember as a little kid, was like, you'd always get something needed, like, setting up, and your dad would have to do it. Like, your dad would do it, and he'd be sitting there with his dressing gown on the edge of the chair. Like a bollock hanging out. looking at all the stuff, going, oh, God, like, oh, you know, glasses on the end of his nose. Going, you need a bloody degree in engineering to fix this. No, you don't. Do you know what you need? The right screwdriver, some batteries, and put the bottle of Baileys down.
I remember I was about 9 years old, and I was sitting in my bed, and I was awake because I was excited for Santa Claus to come, and my uncle walked in naked with a sack over his shoulder, and walked in and went, oh, hello. And I went, what's that? And he went, it's your presents.
Okay.
And then I walked out again, and I went, well, that's it, it's done.
You're really, really, really lucky you were awake.
Yeah.
Number one. Yeah. Because it was going to be bad, man. That's his alibi.
Yeah, when I
over his
opened up, it
shoulder.
was full of lube. So
At least there was lube.
Ola, what's the best thing you ever got?
Oh, wow. My mom's version of Christmas gifts was paying our school fees, so that's what it is when you grow up with the British-Nigerian household. You just get reminded of what you already got. And that's why I went on to study accounting.
You studied accounting? Well,
Yeah.
where were you when I needed you? Hope you're turning up now. OK, let's have a look and see if presents are up there. Yes, it's Christmas presents. Last year, I got my girlfriend a puppy for Christmas. It was so cute. I even put it in a little box with a big bow on it. My mistake was sending it second class. I like unusual presents. Last year, I bought my nan a lifetime supply of Werther's Originals, which turned out to be 3 packets of Werther's Originals. What else do people love about Christmas?
OK, I think people love the food. They love the
Food.
Christmas dinner,
Yeah.
all of the chocolates and the drinking and the gluttony.
I'm not a big fan.
You don't like Christmas dinner?
I think it's overrated.
So if it's rated, like most people would give Christmas dinner 9.5 out of 10.
Why?
What would you
No,
give it?
25 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's the best meal of the year.
No, it's not better than shepherd's pie.
You're saying shepherd's pie is better than Christmas dinner?
You've mashed up a roast dinner.
Yeah.
You've mashed it up and put it in a dish, and you think that's better?
Honestly, shepherd's pie is unbelievable. And also...
We've all had shepherd's pie, mate.
Christmas dinner, roast potatoes, fine, they're a bit dry. You've got turkey, it's dry. You've got Brussels sprouts, no one likes them.
Oh, so you're saying a badly cooked Christmas dinner is bad?
No, even a goodly cooked one.
Goodly cooked one?
Yes.
Are you now in Dickens?
Yeah.
To be fair, bread sauce can do one. I do agree with that.
What?
Bread sauce is the best bit.
Oh, fuck off, shepherd's pie. Bread sauce is like porridge for arseholes.
Yeah.
Pigs in blankets, you like them?
They're lovely, they're fine.
Pigs in blankets, it strikes me as it's the very opposite of being vegan, isn't it?
gonna
It's
say
like
to
we've
me-
taken meat, wrapped it in another bit of meat.
Yeah, but it looks like the pig trying to put themselves back together. Get a revenge on everyone. It's really creepy.
I don't get on board with this bird inside a bird inside a bird. Like, some of them do that 7 birds in a bird. I don't even know that many birds. Can you name 7 birds? Woodpecker, budgie, pigeon, robin, penguin. And also, anyone wants to shove a... How big are these birds' asses?
Interestingly, they don't have sphincters, and that's why they just poo when they're flying around. That's why it just drops out.
Sorry, but
That's such
maybe
a
I don't
made-up
have a
thing.
sphincter.
Why do you think you don't have a sphincter?
Well, because it just falls out of me.
Welcome to Christmas, everyone.
Do you know, like I was saying that, King Henry VIII invented the bird up the arse thing, right?
Did he?
And I just think...
That sounds so wrong in your accent.
We shouldn't be taking dietary advice off him, because I don't want to start fat-shaming, but he was a big old fat bastard, wasn't he? Imagine his poor rules.
I feel sorrier for his wives, if I'm honest.
I tell you, you gave me a good tip at Christmas. For breakfast, you said you'd get a bowl of crunchy nut cornflakes and pour cold Baileys on.
Yeah.
And that's so good. Probably I've started having that every day. And I've been doing it for 3 weeks now, and I'm flying.
Yeah. And even Henry VIII is going, that's too much.
I went round to a date's house 2 days before Christmas, and Anyway, I woke up in the morning and I was naked in bed and I was like, oh my God, we were just very hungover. And there was a knock at the door. I was like, who's that? He said, it's my mum. I was like, why is your mum? He said, because it's my house. And I went, oh my God. And I saw my boxers on the ground and quickly went there, I'll show you, quickly went there and put them on. I went, oh, and the mum walked in. And I was standing there being super charismatic, talking to the mum and the daughter. I was like, and they were looking at me weirdly. I was like, what the fuck? Being really funny. And I looked down and they were inside out and had skid marks running all
Yeah. Christmas dinner.
A lot of Nigerians go back to Nigeria for Christmas. So there was one Christmas I was in Nigeria. It was Christmas Eve. We were driving home with a live turkey in the car. And I don't see why that's funny.
Wow. A live turkey in the car?
Who killed it then when you got home?
Oh, you get someone to do it. There are guys who that's their job.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they'll come back to your house.
So you got to know your dinner?
I think you should. I think it's only polite.
Do you think he knew you were going to eat it, or he thought he was just like in an Uber, and then this terrible ending?
He thought he'd been saved at the last minute.
Yeah, he was like, oh,
he thought it was like a
brilliant, my mate.
Disney movie. I'm going home with them. I can't believe my luck. I've made new friends.
Well, you know, you could say at least I'm not stuffing another 5 birds up your arse.
Emily, Christmas dinner, what do you like?
Oh, I love it all. I absolutely love it, but my favourite bit is the cheese board afterwards. I once ate a whole wheel of brie at Christmas and then drank a bottle of Baileys.
Well, the rest of your family's just staring at you as this happens.
I love cheese so much. You know how people have the cheese and crackers? I just have cheese on another slab of cheese and a bit of chutney.
I mean, you cannot attack a full brie without chuck.
Without chuck. You know, that's what they call it down the old East End. The brie and the chuck.
Again, it's overrated, isn't it?
No, it's not.
What's better for you?
Banoffee pie.
It's a good pie.
I think science should experiment on you.
It's not. If someone put cheese in front of you and said, would you like that or would you like banoffee pie or banana split, you'd pick the other two in a heartbeat. If someone put shepherd's pie or a Christmas dinner in front of you, you'd pick the shepherd's pie.
No one agrees with you.
I don't think you're qualified to talk about this because you can't even wipe your own arse. So, I don't think we have to take that seriously. OK, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Most popular thing, yes. Christmas dinner. Turkey has been a traditional part of Christmas since Victorian times. What people don't realise is just how versatile turkey can be. You can serve it pink, tasteless, dry, undercooked or burnt. Rob?
Is it the decorations?
Do you go all out?
Well, I do, but I'm getting a bit annoyed. Like, who put garden centres in charge of Christmas? It's like, oh, do you want to go and see Santa? Yeah, oh, where is it? Like, Lapland, a toy shop? No, garden centre. Oh, you know, get the tree, fair enough. But like, oh, do you want to go and see a reindeer? Yeah, is it the zoo? No, garden centre. Do you want to go and see a massive, sad animatronic polar bear doing that? Oh, yeah, where are we getting one of them? Garden centre, yeah. It's a disgrace.
The thing about the Christmas trees is, I mean, you can go and buy one, or you can go and cut one down yourself, but it doesn't always go well.
No.
Toddlers' Christmas trees, they don't mix. Take a look.
Lexi, out of the way, please. Lexi! Lexi! Lexi. Oh, it's Lucas. I thought it was Lexi. Is he okay? Help him. Help him. Good job, Aiden. Oh, honey.
I mean, that is the worst parenting ever. Doesn't stop filming, doesn't help, doesn't even know the name.
Yeah. Imagine if the last words you ever heard were your parents calling you your sibling's name. And that's it. It's like, I'm not Cheryl.
Christmas is dangerous, so you do dangerous things.
Yeah, it is
We went
dangerous.
ice skating at the fucking garden centre.
All right, Rob, all right. It's Christmas, just be nice.
Do you know why I'm angry? My wife's banned tinsel. Said it's a bit shabby. But I'm worried she's going to ban me next year.
Yeah, I think that's an issue I have with my wife as well. I like the classy stuff and she likes the tacky stuff.
Yeah.
So there was this house that had all these really tacky, like really over-the-top lights. So I had to take her and my daughter to go see them, go stand outside someone else's house at night. And, but they had a box there, like if you like the lights, you can donate to this charity that helps polar bears. And I thought to myself, okay, so they're dying because the sea levels are rising, because of global warming, because of climate change, probably because you kept all these lights on the entire time.
I don't. My dad gets decorations from. I honestly don't know where. It was like, I've got you some very special little birdies for the tree, very sweet little birdies, and they are like, honestly, their claws are made of black wire, and their eyeballs are hanging out on like small strings, and they're like that.
So do you go and visit him in Broadmoor for Christmas?
What is the weirdest thing that's happened in your house at Christmas?
My dad pooed himself on Christmas morning. It was honestly one of the funniest but like saddest things. It was Christmas morning and my dad had taken the dogs for a walk and he came in, stormed into the kitchen and my mum went, I put the kettle on or something really sweet and nothing. He went, fuck off, bitch. And I was like, Dad, don't talk to Mum like that. It's Christmas morning. He went, yeah. Well, how would you feel if you fell over in the park and then pull your knickers?
How does he make shitting yourself adorable?
Also, the fact that he had knickers on. Well, I can tell you Christmas decorations are not on the list, but many houses in Nottingham are lit up with flashing lights during the Christmas period, mainly because there's a police car parked outside. All right, fingers on buzzers. What else do people love about Christmas? Go on.
I think people love watching all of the TV that's Christmassy and the Christmas films and things.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas Daddy, it's such a massive part of Christmas. It's basically a marathon.
It's what makes you feel Christmassy, isn't it?
Favourite Christmas TV?
Well, I don't really watch the Queen's speech. I mean, it's like, I find it really hard. I mean, I know there's posh, and then there's Queen posh, and I actually can't understand what she's saying. It's just like, Christmas, you must have pointed She sounds like a sad walkie-talkie.
You slightly look posh when you do that. There's something...
Look, it's all in the teeth, posh.
OK, let me see the posh face.
OK, the posh like, oh, you know, so, Jamie, Shepherd's pie, I mean, you know, fuck, yeah.
Such a really good impression.
Are you 100% sure Boris Johnson's not your dad?
I don't know.
OK, favourite Christmas TV, Emily?
I like that snowman one, you know, I mean, it's a bit depressing though, isn't it, when he melts at the end, so sad.
It's to teach children about death, like that's his point. And that's the thing, is when you actually think about it, so much of Christmas TV is absolutely miserable. All the soaps kill someone off, all of the adverts are like tear-jerkers and...
Strictly Christmas special, all the husbands have left their wives.
I'm TV all the way at Christmas, like, Christmas Eve. My wife sometimes suggests, do you go midnight mass? No. Nothing good starts at midnight.
Everyone always spoils Christmas Day as well, don't they? We're getting too pissed on Christmas Eve. I do this every time. I go, right, I'm going out for one. I'm going for one to the pub.
One wheel of brew.
Cut two, stumbling in, and you end up in the Christmas tree.
I don't think you can get too drunk at Christmas. I think that's the beauty of it. Like, it hides every level of alcoholism.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that you're allowed to drink in the morning and that's encouraged. There's all these crazy drinks you don't get at other times of the year.
Crazy drinks you don't get at other times of the year?
Eggnog. What the frick is eggnog?
Well, bring in the drinks. I've got drinks for you. I've got Christmas drinks. Yeah, I've got Christmas drinks.
This is so exciting.
I've got here a turkey bull shot.
No. So who's his who?
You're going to have to have the egg. We're both vegan.
You can have the carrot.
Okay,
Carrot one.
I'm
You
gonna
can
have
have
the
that.
carrot.
You can also have the red wine. I've made my own mulled
share a
wine.
little bit of the swap?
Let's do eggnog first over here. We'll try the eggnog.
What
Try
is
the
in
eggnog.
eggnog?
That's pretty good. It's egg, rum, nutmeg, milk, double cream.
It's not a flake.
No, it's
not a flake.
It's a cinnamon stick.
It's
a cinnamon stick.
It's tree bark.
Shall we try the carrot juice?
So nice.
Carrot juice is all right. So that carrot Moscow Mule, carrot
So
juice, vodka,
nice.
ginger ale, Angostura
Taste
bitters, lime juice.
Shit, that's
really
fresh.
nice.
Is that okay? Let's try my family recipe for mulled wine. Try it first.
What
do you think?
the fuck? What is that?
You've done to
That's gravy of wine.
It's red wine, Marmite, polos, and a locket.
if you know what's in it, it's still disgusting. It's still really disgusting.
If you're pairing wines, that would go lovely with a shepherd's pie.
That is fucking horrible.
It's like what, like a urine infection would taste like. Just like a thick piss.
Yeah, and yeasty from the
A
Marmite.
yeasty, thick
A
piss.
thick, yeasty red piss. What haven't we tried?
We haven't tried the sprout one.
OK, so this one's just for you, because you're not vegan.
Has it got meat in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a turkey stock, vodka, lime juice, Worcester sauce, and...
Oh, my God! That is the most vile thing I've ever... That's like...
Emily quite likes it, I think.
I can't say what that tastes like.
What does it taste like?
That tastes like sweaty bollocks. Which is fine.
It's an acquired taste.
Hang on a second. So that tastes like sweaty bollocks, which would be fine, but it's cold.
Yeah. They should just be a little bit warm.
Well, cold and sweaty is clammy.
Yeah.
You don't want clammy
You're poorly.
balls.
If you're cold and sweaty, you're very poorly.
Yeah.
How are you checking people's health?
Try it, Rob. Just
Of
try
course,
it.
I'm gonna.
You're delaying
Oh,
it
my
for no
fingers now
reason.
smell like sweaty balls. That's what we have to put up with.
But this is now like a...
It clings to your mouth. It's like Gaviscon.
But this is now
Hang on a
like
second. Can we get a slow-mo of Rob's face just now? Oh. And again. Oh.
You try some, Jim. You want a little bit? I'll
be
bring
all
over. I'll just pop it over here. Have a little bit. Have a little sip.
Thanks, man.
There you go. I'll just pop it there. For a little bit.
Oh, Harry.
Is he gonna?
Yeah, that's sweaty balls. I miss my uncle. OK, let's see if Christmas TV is up there. That's what we were talking about, Christmas telly.
Oh, my God.
Yes, Christmas telly. We all love a bit of Christmas TV, like the time divorce papers were handed to someone from EastEnders. Best Strictly final ever. If you're a big fan of Doctor Who and you're looking forward to the Christmas special, I don't want to spoil it for you, but grow up, it's a kid show. So those were our favourite things about Christmas, but let's not forget office parties. 47% of people say they'd like to drink less at the office Christmas party, but duty calls and that waste paper bin isn't going to shit in itself. I gave my boss 2 fingers at the Christmas party. She liked it. I got a promotion. On Christmas Day in the Philippines, they eat Edam cheese and oxtail soup. So here's a tip. Try and avoid the Philippines on Boxing Day. We played hide-and-seek last Christmas with Nan. No one could find her until the council broke down her door on January 15th. Well played, Nana. Well played. Now, before we carry on, time for a quick bonus round. Everyone's favourite Christmas game, Sprout Mouth. The rules are simple. First, put as many sprouts as you can in your mouth, and your teammates have to guess what you're saying. The team that guesses the most phrases are the winners. OK, Sarah, your turn first. Here's your sprouts, here's your questions. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
And then all you've got to guess is what Sarah is saying.
So I'm going to put as many in my mouth as I can.
Yeah. OK, that's 1.
Oh, well, I gag on sprout.
Well, you're pretty good with 2 in.
Do you want me to get a toothbrush?
How many feels right, Sarah? How many? It's 4 feels right. OK, your time starts now.
Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas. Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Do you want to have my baby?
Sarah, if you want to play your Joker, you could take 1 sprout out. Very ladylike.
Why we couldn't in Randy was butter.
Oh.
Cover my big pudding in brandy butter.
Right, that's one. That's one. Sprout back in. The warmer one. OK, here we go.
Hello, everyone.
Is it hello, everyone, Merry Christmas? That's Jamie's guess. He's not going to guess it once, Sarah. He's going to guess it 4 times. Try and dribble a bit more, Sarah.
You?
Oh, that's not going to help.
Fuck, what was that?
Sock. Oh, fuck.
Fuck me.
Glove. Dove.
Shaft.
Sauce.
Love. Go on, you got this.
Stuff.
My girlfriend.
Stocking.
Stuff my stocking brilliantly.
Filling.
Silly.
Great. Rob, this is yours to beat. There you go, grab those. Put between 15 and 20 in.
Yeah.
Sarah, you did very well, but I mean, really, you're up against the pro here.
I know. How many did you have in?
She had 4.
4 is a lot.
I mean, he's going to get 4 in one side.
Oh my God, there's so much more
God.
room. He's not even filled the middle.
Okay,
Do you know
that's
that
6. He's got 6 in there. Oh!
No!
7.
Wow!
8.
No way.
That is nothing to be proud of.
That's too many now.
You have
No.
That's 8.
Oh my God.
I'll get one more in, Rob. Go on.
8. 9.
No. Don't do it.
What?
10.
What?
Rob Beckett.
Here we go.
OK, so here come the phrases. He's got about 8 in there.
I feel like this game was invented in Harvey Weinstein's hotel room. This is...
Rob, your time starts now.
Don't try. Don't try.
Don't
Don't
try to tickle the turkey.
No.
That's right. Oh, he's had another one.
Oh.
OK, that's the first one. He's got 1.
Now.
Is knees.
Now needs...
Hard.
Naughty.
He needs her naughty curry.
Slowly.
Sherry. Now needs her naughty sherry.
Oh,
Right, 2 for 2.
Yeah, whatever that
One more for the win.
Look at the floor.
Sandra.
Santa. Santa set.
Slags. Shags.
Sags.
Oh.
Santa set sags. So slightly.
Obviously, don't try that at home because you might choke on a Brussels sprout, and that's too hilarious a way to die.
Also, what did you think Sandra was up to?
Let's pick at the polls. Rob, Ola, Emily, what do you like the look of?
These lovely little singers.
OK, you want the singers. All right, so we asked our studio audience, what do you prefer, Christmas carols or Christmas pop songs? What do you think?
Carols are rubbish, aren't they?
The fa-la-la-la-la one. Write a lyric for you? It's like a placeholder. We'll think of something. Fa-la-la-la-la-la. What is that?
I use it all the time now at Christmas. Just like,
What day they're coming for the bins? Fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
But then I think pop songs are better because then you have It's Christmas!
I always thought Noddy Holder sounds like a condom. Have you got a noddy holder? If not, I'll go to the shop. I haven't got a noddy holder. I'm not doing it without a noddy holder. I've run out of noddies.
What's so great about that is if someone was like, don't worry, I've got a noddy holder, but like, I've changed my mind. I don't want to do it anymore.
Noddy.
Noddy holder.
You know, it's depressing when you're single when I was single, I used to put, like, a condom in my wallet.
Why?
Just in
For
case.
what reason?
Well, so I could have protected sex.
No, he used to put a condom in his wallet so he could fuck his wallet safely.
Well, the worst thing was, if you was going for a bit of a dry patch, then eventually the leather on your wallet would form the shape of the condom even once you took it out. It was so degrading, like, oh, look.
What do you prefer, carols or...
Oh, massively prefer carols.
Yeah. What is the one? Rub-a-bub-ba.
Sing it all.
Guys, go mad.
Go on, yeah, no, sing that one.
What's that?
I think if you had a brain injury, that's how you would sing it.
I would pay him. If you did Christmas carols at my house, I'd watch for hours.
Yeah.
you know the one, Rub-a-bub-ba.
I like E17, Stay.
Oh,
That, for me, is the perfect Christmas song. It's got no religion in
Yeah,
it.
but you can't like that because Brian Harvey got addicted to Jack of Potatoes and then ran himself over.
What favourite Christmas song? What do you like, Ola?
I like to buy all the Africa charity singles they release at Christmas. I just find it a much easier way to send money home.
When is someone going to ask me to do one of those, honestly?
Right?
I feel the same.
I just think I'm so up for it.
I mean, I like, just like in general, when the carolers come to my house, I like to look through them and try and spot which one could go solo. Start planting ideas in his head. Don't waste your time with these. Like, you can go far. You can go far if you get by yourself.
It's a bit awkward, though, isn't it, when they're just sort of standing there singing and you're just looking at them going, oh, these kids are just going, Mommy, in your face.
What do you think people prefer, Christmas carols or pop songs? What are you going to go for, Rob?
I think pop songs.
You pop songs, what are you going to go for?
I think it's carols.
Okay.
So I'm with carols with you.
Well, we're outvoted.
You're going carols,
Yeah.
you're going pop songs. Well, I can tell you the answer is 70% of our studio audience prefer Christmas pop songs. Band-Aid famously asked, do they know it's Christmas? And the answer is no, so you don't have to get them anything. Here's your first one. Most common New Year's resolution.
Sort my arse out.
Would that be my resolution or yours? Because if it's yours, I think that's OK. If it's mine, it seems a bit aggressive.
Yeah, it sounded accusatory.
I'm going to sort her arse out.
It's whatever you want it to be, Jimmy. Merry Christmas.
What do you think, most common New Year's resolution?
I reckon it's to break up with someone.
What?
Yes, come on.
Your Christmases are so depressing.
I know, I once broke up with someone on Christmas Eve. And
No.
we still lived together, and we didn't have anywhere else to go. I had to spend Christmas with him, and I hadn't bought him any gifts because I knew we were breaking up. And then I had to sit there and unwrap the things that he'd bought me because... Yeah,
Was there a little bit of you that thought, I'm going to break up with him because then I know I don't have to do the shopping?
No, it wasn't...
Why did you just smile before you said no?
Because that was just a handy side effect.
What about you, Jamie?
Writing thank you letters.
You are so posh.
Or passing driving tests.
How many?
Guess how many times I've booked my theory test?
4. I would say 7.
51.
There's no way.
51 times you've booked your theory test.
booked my
How many
theory-
times have you done the theory test?
3.
It's because you
Fast,
spent
can
too much time learning how to ride ponies when
No,
you were
it's
younger.
not. Green is go, red is stop. If there's a roundabout, wait for the cars. You're fine. That's all we...
This is why Prince Philip ran someone over.
Ola, have you got a New Year's resolution?
I asked my wife, actually, what her New Year's resolution was, and she said this year she'd like to be married to a guy who was 1 stone lighter.
Nice.
Wow, so the turkey's going to live.
I feel your pain there. Like, every year, it's my thing. I say, right, come on. People online, they call me fat all the time. And I'm like, but what you don't realise, I go to the gym every single January.
The worst thing I've ever done is I found myself on January the 1st struggling down a really busy high street trying to carry an exercise bike home with me.
Why don't you just get a real bike and ride home?
OK, it's related to that. What else? What's your New Year's resolution?
This year, I really want to get into my skateboarding again.
Just crack on with it. I want to be able, by the end of the year, I want to be able to do a half pipe, next year full pipe, year after that, pipe and a half. Ultimately, I want you to see this face when you look up the word gnarly. That's what I want to do.
I reckon you're more of a rollerblader, though. I could see you rollerblading.
Rollerblading, yeah. I used to have a pair of Bowers back in the day.
You used to wink at me about your rollerblades.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Why do you wink at me?
I don't know, I don't wink enough. Mate, that'll be it, I'm going to wink more.
It really suits you winking.
Yeah. Do a sexy... I've just met you wink at me.
Sexy one. I just think that you will remember me.
I can't imagine you flirting. I'd find it the funniest thing in the world to watch you.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't normally be my target.
Target? Nice. Or victim, you know, target or victim. Jamie, do you even have to flirt? Do you just bring a bank statement?
I don't know how... Well, flirting... I don't know how...
How do you meet people? Romantically.
I go, you all right? And then you would say...
Fine.
Sweet, that's it. No.
It got me, it got me.
Got you.
But also, you make sweets, and that's like the most disgusting,
You make
flirty
sweets?
thing.
You have vegan ones.
We are vegan, we're vegan, yeah. That's me flirting. I've already got laid. Here we go.
That wasn't sex.
Oh, fuck. You're right. I remember the first time I ever went to second base with a girl. I was really excited. I was like, oh, I came back to school, and I was like a Western. I went and kicked open the door, walked in all the boys, and they went, boys, you never guess what, I'm a man. And then when I told them the story, and like they said, what happened? I said, well, this has happened. I said, and you know when you go inside and you find the clitoris? And they went, what? Turns out the clitoris wasn't inside. That's what I found out.
Right.
Yeah. Having sex with a girl is like going into a cockpit and trying to land a plane.
Jamie, don't call it a cockpit.
Yeah.
OK. Most common New Year's resolution.
Is it about smoking? I feel like that's a really boring one. But people
Smoking
try
is
to
number
give
2.
up smoking.
Very close with the gym.
Losing weight.
That's the right answer. Yes, the most common New Year's resolution is to lose weight. The top 3 resolutions are lose weight, do more exercise and stop smoking. So the best thing to do is run down to the shops, buy some cigarettes and eat them. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sarah, Jamie and Natasha have 2 points. Rob, Ola and Emily are the winners with 4 points. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.